Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in for my SummerSlam preview and predictions. In this video, we're going to go over the card. I'm not going to try to make this too long, as this is a two-night event. The first time the SummerSlam has ever been a two-night event in the history of the WWE. And I'm interested to see how this is going to pan out as far as a match standpoint, as far as it being two nights, similar to WrestleMania being two nights for the last few years. It's time for me to give my thoughts on every match from night one and night two, and my prediction of who I think will come out the winner. So we're gonna have match number one for night one, Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, this has been a long-standing feud for the last, I want to say, 2 months. I'm interested that this is getting another PLE spot. I thought this would be a Rusev versus Sheamus spot, to be honest with you. But Sami and Karrion Kross is a little bit interesting because, to me, I think Karrion Kross has more of a payoff if he wins than Sami Zayn, to be honest. But I think they're trying to build this whole Sami Zayn leading up into him having a possible world title reign, and I think a possible down the line heel turn. So if Karrion Kross wins, which I'm going to right now predict that Sami Zayn is probably going to take the victory in the best of three of this series, I hope this rivalry kind of ends and gives Karrion Kross another thing to do, because I like what he does, but it's just like this Sami Zayn thing is keep dragging and dragging. So I'm going to give the win to this for Sami. Then we have the WWE Women's Tag Team title match, which is the Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne versus Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And this is very interesting of a match. And it seems like the Women's Tag Team titles, when it's not on Bianca and Jade, it's kind of been kind of a slow bit of a dud almost since WrestleMania. You had Becky and Lyra win the titles only for them to lose the titles the very next night, which was kind of odd to me, but it did set up Becky's heel turn. But as far as this match go, I hate to even say it, I hope Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair win this match, and I'm predicting that because I personally think at some point this women's tag team division needs a little bit different of a look. If you keep the titles on the Judgment Day continuously, it just seems like they're running out of things to do with the titles. So I personally think this match should go to Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair to win. That's just me. Then we have Jelly Roll and Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul. We'll see. I'm recording this on Wednesday. Let's see. I don't know if anything is going to change between now as far as the whole Drew McIntyre stuck in the UK situation, which I hope it does. I have a feeling it will, and I have a feeling he will come back to the US in time for that match. But this is going to be interesting for the fact of, mainly, I want to see what Jelly Roll does in the ring. We know what Drew, Logan, and Randy can do. I really want to see Logan, I keep getting the name. I really want to see what Jelly Roll does in the ring. He has lost a ton of weight. This has been a brewing feud. I really want to see what Jelly Roll has to offer inside of the square circle. But if I had to pick a winner of this match, I don't think you bring Jelly Roll into this role in order for him to lose his debut. I just don't think so. And I'm interested to see where this is going to go afterwards more than what the match is going to be. I think it's going to be solid, but me personally, I'm interested in more is going to happen afterwards. Then you have Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's title. I'll be honest, I want Jade Cargill to win this match. I know Tiffany Stratton has been hot. She's one of the hotter names in the WWE roster. But the way they have been building Jade Cargill, I personally thought this was going to be a shoe-in cash-in for Naomi, which that turned out to be a whole different scenario. But I just really think that you don't give Jade Cargill this type of a build for her to lose to Tiffany Stratton clean. I don't think you give Jade Cargill this big of a push for her to lose to Tiffany Stratton clean. I just don't think this is gonna happen. I'm personally rooting for Jade Cargill, and I'm personally think that Jade Cargill should and will win this match. I personally think that's gonna happen. Then we have the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed. This match, of course, you guys know I am a huge Roman Reigns fan. Huge. I just don't see a way that this match does not have some shenanigans. I don't. I have a funny feeling, and this is just, hear me out. I don't want to make this long, hear me out. I have a funny feeling that Seth Rollins' injury is just a work. That's just me. You guys leave your thoughts in the comments. I have a funny feeling that Seth Rollins' injury is just a work, and he is going to come back and get involved in this match some way, somehow. I just have a funny feeling that this is gonna happen. If it does not happen, I don't see any reason you would have Jey Uso lose clean or Roman lose clean. I just don't see it. Especially Roman returning for this match. I think what's going to happen is Bronson Reed is going to eat the pin. Because, yeah, it does more for their story if Bronson Reed and Bron win this match, because we know what Roman and Jey have been in their bloodline days. But if they eat a pin, it's not going to be clean. And if this match actually happens clean, Bronson Reed eats the pin. Roman and Jey are going to win this match. Then we have the World Heavyweight Championship, Gunther versus CM Punk. You guys know I'm, like Roman, a big CM Punk fan. I was in attendance for the Money in the Bank in 2011 when he beat John Cena for his first WWE Championship. Honestly, I pray that CM Punk wins this match. He deserves at least another world title reign before he wraps up his WWE or wrestling career. Gunther, I still am a bit frustrated at them dropping the title off of Jey for the Goldberg match. I'll be honest, I'm still not a fan of that. But Gunther, and I think this World Championship reign has been a little bit better, even though it's been shorter than his last World Championship reign. I think you give this match to CM Punk if Seth is not going to get involved. If Seth's injury is not a work. I'm going to say this a couple of times because I think it is. I think Seth Rollins' injury is work. And I don't think if CM Punk wins and Seth comes out and screws him, I will not be shocked. I will not be shocked. It will be surprising, but I won't be shocked at the same time. But I personally think CM Punk, I think he wins this match. I really do. Because I think on Raw, you have a few more heels. I think with CM Punk winning this match, it gives the title, I think, a brand new direction. Because all of the champions outside of possibly Tiffany Stratton and WWE are heels. So I think CM Punk wins this match, at least to give the babyface the title. That means that's just me. I'm rooting for CM Punk, though. But be on the hold for Seth Rollins' appearance. Be on hold. Then we have night 2. As every match in night 2 is a championship match. Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu in a street match in a steel cage. There is no way that nobody gets involved in this match. They might be locked inside a steel cage, but I have a funny feeling there's going to be some type of outside force in this match. Whether it's from Solo Sikoa's MFTs, or whether it's somebody maybe like a Jimmy Uso or a surprising debut or surprising thing to come out to help Jacob Fatu. But I don't think this match is going to go clean. I personally think the winner is probably going to be Jacob Fatu. I'm rooting. I think the winner of this match is going to be Jacob Fatu. It wouldn't be surprised me if they keep Solo with the title, with the whole MFTs getting involved again. But I think Solo Sikoa is going to drop the title to Jacob Fatu in this match. Then you have Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles in the Intercontinental Championship match. And what is a Judgment Day match without shenanigans? What is a Judgment Day match without shenanigans? I have a funny feeling that Dom retains this title. I have a funny feeling he does. Because the previous, like I predict Raquel and Roxanne losing those titles. I don't think they stripped the entire Judgment Day of titles. And I have a funny feeling, even though AJ, I like AJ and I like what Dom has become, I think they're going to keep the title on Dominic Mysterio in this match. And I think this is going to be a solid match. I really do. Then you have the Women's Intercontinental Championship, which is Becky versus Lyra Valkyria. This is another match that is, I think Bayley is going to have, she's going to show up. I think at some point in this match, Bayley is going to show up. I just don't think there is no way that she doesn't in this match. And this is a payoff match. And if they want to give Lyra Valkyria a push, it would be easy for them to give the title back to her. But I think Becky's heel run has been tremendous. And I think Becky keeps the title to kind of give this Intercontinental Championship in the women's division something different. Because I think Bayley is probably going to get involved and probably going to screw Lyra. It could be a shock that she screws Becky. It could be a shock. Well, I ain't going to say too much of a shock, but I just have a funny feeling that Becky Lynch is going to retain that title. I just do. Then we have the six-pack tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Champions with the YS6 taking on DIY, Street Profits, Fraxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and Andrade and Rey Fenix. And this, I think, has the opportunity to steal the show. We've seen what the first TLC, which should have been a WrestleMania event when we're talking about the Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY. That was one hell of a TLC match. And I think if they want to do something else with this, I personally think they may stick the tag team titles on Fraxium to give them their moment in their young division. I have a funny feeling. Even though it's kind of crazy they dropped the titles to the YS6, or they could possibly have the YS6 continue their domination within this division. I personally think they're going to have the titles on Fraxium. I think Fraxium is going to win this match, to be honest. But a next thing surprise will be a YS6 retaining. Even though it's kind of eerie for them to drop the titles off the Street Profits just to get them off the YS6 that quickly, I think Fraxium will win this match. But if anything else happens outside of that, it's probably going to be the YS6 retaining the title. Then you have the Women's World Championship in a triple threat match with Naomi taking on Rhea, taking on Io. And I think this is going to be similar to the Steal the Show beginning of WrestleMania Night 2. Replace Bianca with Naomi. I have no reason to believe that Naomi is going to lose this match. Her heel run to me has been absolutely amazing and absolutely incredible. Her promo work, incredible. Her in-ring work, she's one of the better women in the women's roster, period. And I think she deserves a much longer run with that Women's World Championship, especially, I just don't think you have her cash in only to lose the title that quickly. I just don't. And if anybody gets the title, honestly, I love Rhea. I like Rhea. I love Io. I love both of them. But I just don't think you take the title off of Naomi that quickly to give it back to Io or to Rhea at this particular point. Because Naomi's heel run has been incredible. Even though you could possibly set up a Rhea versus a Stephanie Vaquer at the Clash in Paris, which will be a good match, I think that is a WrestleMania level type of match, if we're going to be honest. I personally think that Naomi should and will win this particular match. Then we have, which is going to be the main event of night 2, John Cena versus Cody Rhodes Part 2 in a street fight. There is no way in God's green earth that nothing is going to happen in this match when as far as outside forces. Travis Scott is done with WWE, thank God. Will The Rock show up? I personally don't think so. It would be surprising if he does. But I think this is the probably moment where you see Cody Rhodes heel turn. Or that dark side of Cody Rhodes. I will be one to be honest with you guys. I would love to see John Cena's reign in here. Because it's like, there is no way in it. I think if you drop the title off of John Cena, this is probably the stage to do so. This is the stage to do so, which you're going to set up a couple of more matches down the line. I think this is the particular stage for him to drop the title. And I think this could be the possibility of a double twist, but the WWE has kind of thrown curveballs at us. This could be John Cena turning face, and this could be Cody turning heel. Maybe The Rock shows up and screws John Cena. There's a lot of possibilities you can go. And another one that could be happening, if Seth Rollins' injury is a work, he could possibly cash in that Money in the Bank on this particular match. Don't say you didn't hear from me first. I have a funny feeling if his injury is not a work, this could be the moment that Seth Rollins cashes in his Money in the Bank in this particular match. I have a funny feeling. That's just me, even though I personally will root for Cody, and I think Cody is probably going to win this match to get a bit of a heel turn or get the bit of a darker side of a Cody Rhodes. And John Cena, there's no way in hell his career is ending as a heel. I just don't see it. But those are my thoughts on SummerSlam Night 1 and 2. You leave yours in the comments below. I am APW Sports signing out. Make sure you leave this video a like, comment your thoughts, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys later. Peace.